Now I want to solve each of these two. So the first thing I'm going to do is add 1 to each side. And when I add the 1, I'm going to add it with the same denominator, so that I have x plus 3 over x plus 3. It's just adding 1 to each side. Now that I have a common denominator, in the numerator I have x plus x, which is 2x, and a negative 2 and a positive 3 is positive 1. Now what that does is it gives us a numerator and denominator, which I worked with the other day, of points that we need to test. So we need to take a look at this number line. And if I take 2x plus 1, and set it equal to 0, I'm getting x is equal to negative 1/2. And that's one of the test points. The other is taking x plus 3 and set it equal to 0, and that gives you a negative 3. I'm going to move this over. Now, I want to test in each one of these 3 areas. So, at first I'm going to test this region over here, and the easiest to check is substitute in 0 into the original. So I have 0 minus 2 and 0 plus 3. I have a negative 2/3. And I want to know, is negative 1 less than negative 2/3? And it is. So this region works. I'm going to put a plus here that it works. Let's take the next region. In the center, if I say, let's let x be negative 1, negative 2 and negative 1 is negative 3, and negative 1 and 3 is 2. Is negative 1 less than negative 3/2? And that would be no, it's not. Doesn't work. And then let's pick something on the other side, negative 4. Negative 4 and negative 2 is negative 6. And negative 4 and 3 is negative 1, which gives us a positive 6. And is negative 1 less than positive 6? Yes. So what we know that works is the region to the left of negative 3 and to the right of negative 1/2. Yes?
Where are we substituting those values?
Back in here.
Okay.
And see if negative 1 is less than that. Okay, now we're going to do the other side. We have x minus 2, x plus 3, and I'm subtracting 1 from each side. So I'm going to make this as, again, x plus 3 over x plus 3. So I have a numerator, x minus x. That's going to disappear. And a negative 2 and a negative 3 is negative 5 over x plus 3. So now on this side, I really only have to check here negative 3. The numerator doesn't have a variable. So I'm only testing 2 regions now, to the left and the right of negative 3. So if I pick 0 to the right and substitute in 0 minus 2 is negative 2, and 0 plus 3 is 3, and is that less than 1? And the answer is yes. If I pick on the other side, let's say negative 4 and negative 2 is negative 6, and negative 4 and a positive 3 is negative 1, and is 6 less than 1? And the answer is no, that doesn't work. So what does work in this problem? Putting these two together because it's conjunctive. So from negative 3 on down is this region. From negative 1/2 on up is this region. And from negative 3 on up is this region. So what do they have in common? Where do they overlap? They overlap from negative 1/2 on. It's not disjunctive. This and this region here do not overlap. You don't see the two regions together. So the solution to this problem, because it's conjunctive, is negative 1/2 to infinity, this way. And that's the solution to the problem.